Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of versions of SAE 100R12. When Jason started the product line in 2017, we introduced 5120, and we'll talk about part numbers in the training, but the 5120 meant it was 100R12, SAE 100R12, and every size has a different, well, there are different pressure ratings by size, or it's not all the same. It's not a constant pressure hose. In this case, it's roughly 4,000 psi working pressure. It has an abrasion. The abrasion resistant cover on this one is just basically the standard cover. It has a flame resistant approval number. In this case, it's IC 84/41. And I'll show you the newer hose we've got in is called 5122. We introduced this recently with the new Dreamshield cover. Completely different hose. And what I want to show you is comparison. Not only the cover's different, and again, it's a 304/01 flame resistant cover with the Dreamshield technology for better abrasion resistance, but the flexibility. This is an extremely flexible hose, and the video really, you can't properly do justice to it, but this is a very easy hose to bend, flexes nicely. All of these crimp with our 40 series couplings, which I've got on this particular sample I'm showing you. But again, super flexible. The original hose 5120, much less flexible, and again, it's hard to really show that on the video, but it's probably twice the force required to bend compared to the 5122. So essentially, this is going out of as soon as stock is depleted. We're not ordering any more 5120. 5122 is actually our hose that we've been getting in essentially since mid part of last year. So it's a good choice for the applications requiring 100R12. Now, that same technology, as far as its flexibility and the abrasion resistant cover, we are now applying to the 113 series hose, which is our 5132. And we have now a 115 hose, again with the same technology, 5152. And I don't have a 5150 to compare it against, which is what we originally introduced. But this hose is, again, much more flexible. 5150, 115, is a constant 6,000 psi no matter what size. 113, if it was 113 hose, would be 5132. SAE 113, and it would have a 5,000 psi rating. But the flexibility of this hose is quite good, considering this is a much heavier wire than what's used in the 100R12. It's got a thicker wall. The wire gauge itself is actually a larger diameter wire, so it's a higher pressure capability hose. 4 spirals in size 12 and 16. This is a 12 size again. On sizes larger than 16, though, it goes to a 6 spiral construction. So the term 6 wire is often applied across the board for this type of hose. Well, actually, it's 4 spiral, 4 wire on size 12 and 16, but they're really talking about a very high pressure hose. In fact, this is the highest pressure really that's currently being used out in the market. There are some that have been pushing an 8,000 psi, but you really don't see that in the marketplace at this point, and it's very difficult to achieve that. You get into issues with couplings as well. But this hose, 5152 that we just introduced, is capable of being crimped with our 60 series couplings over the cover, no skiving, with the bite the wire design of the series 60. So that's also applied on the 113 as well. So basically, we've improved the product with improved wear resistant cover, and we've got a much more flexible hose than what we've originally introduced in the product line.